Here's a YouTube channel once again. I just recorded a 30-minute video of what happened at Amazon and shit because I was working there. They didn't record any audio for some fucking reason. Um, First week in Bane, I'm gonna keep the moral still because I went into a lot of detail there, and it didn't record any more audio. First week, I fucked my ankle up. As you can see, I have a little ankle brace on. I've had it on for a while now. Right? My first day, I didn't get enough sleep, so I went in. I was fucked. I didn't get enough sleep. I was tired, so I wasn't able to work well. Second day, I think this. I didn't talk about this in my last video, but in my video I just recorded. But I think this might have been one of the reasons that led to what happened. I was an hour late. Right? I clocked in. I was an hour late. Apparently, like they said, I didn't clock in, even though I clocked in on the app, but the app didn't clock me in for some reason. So I think these might be another part of the reason why this shit happened. So they said I was an hour late, right? And then so around 8, they said I didn't clock in, so I had to clock in again. So that was basically 2 hours, right? The trainer was like, "Oh man, you're basically a new person. You're like, because like I said, my first day I didn't get enough sleep. My second day I got enough sleep. I went and did my work. Third day, same shit as the second day. Fourth day, same shit. Second week, the same shit basically. Basically I had to take off 2 days. They say you get 48 hours time off balance, but I took off 2 days, so I worked 10-hour shifts, so that's 20 hours there. So how the fuck am I? This is where the problem comes in. Took off 2 days, right? I took off 2 days, so that means I have taken off 20 hours. If you have 48 hours time off balance, how the fuck do I have 0 balance left? I don't understand. So last week, and this is where all the shit starts to happen. The first day last week, Sunday, my ankle, like I said, my ankle was fucked. My ankle was fucked. I literally couldn't work well because of it, right? I couldn't work well because of it. I didn't get enough sleep. It was just all bad. So that day, if you see these in my ears, little earbuds in my ears, that's what they are. So I went in that day, and I basically couldn't work. And then the next day, on Monday, I told my trainer, I was like, dude, not my trainer, my supervisor, I was like, dude, my ankle's fucked. He's like, why didn't you tell me? He's like, how long has it been hurting for the past weeks? He should have told me, man. I was like, well, I would have, but it wasn't hurting that bad. It wasn't hurting like to the point that after stop working. It was hurting that bad the day prior to that, like Sunday. It's hurting that bad on Sunday, but I couldn't tell him that because he was on the 4th floor. And the thing is, we were on the first 2 days there. We were on the 2nd floor, right? And but this conversation when I had with my supervisor, this was like a month in at that point. So my first 2 days, I was on the 2nd floor. The 3rd day, they took us up to the 3rd floor, and then ever since then, I was on the 3rd floor. So then on like the 4th floor, the 4th week, they take us up to the 4th floor. At the month in, at this point, they take us up to the 4th floor. So I'm going to the 3rd floor again, thinking it's going to be the usual. Guys like, oh, go to the 4th floor. So I go to the 4th floor. Guys like, oh, go to the 3rd floor. So I'm there on the 3rd floor. Again, he was like, this is why I couldn't tell him, because I didn't know where he was at. I was on the 3rd floor. I don't know where he was at, blah, blah, blah. My ankle was fucked, right? I might have been coming off the little mic part there, so you might not have been able to hear me a little bit. Well, you might be hearing it. Well, you can hear me in one ear at least, but I don't know, I might have been... These little earbuds don't have a mic, so I can't just plug on a mic and shit. And then these headphones right here, the mic's fucked. I could have used the other ones, but those are fucked as well. But he was like, you told me I couldn't tell you because I was on the 3rd floor. You were on the 4th floor. I didn't know where you were at, blah, blah, blah. So, I finally tell him, he was like, He's like, man, you either gonna have to like stay and keep working, or you can just go home early. He's like, man, you should probably just go home early because if your ankle's fucking up this bad, right? Daily 2 ice packs didn't help. Ibuprofen didn't help. Biofreeze actually doesn't help at all. They said it numbs it up your lower ankle. I put it on. It numbed up my ankle, yeah, but the pain didn't go away. I still felt the pain. I actually felt the pain more with the Biofreeze on, which is retarded, but that's just how it was. So I left early at 1. I can't speak apparently. Around 1. Right? 1 a.m. I get off at 4:30 a.m. So I got off at 1 a.m. That's basically 3 hours, 30 minutes before my time. I clocked out and all that shit. Went home early. I remember that. I didn't go home early, actually. I left the building early. And I was just sitting out there for around 2 hours. Absolutely no way to get home. Sister couldn't take me home. His car was completely covered in snow. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Car's completely covered in snow. Taxi drive to around 7 hours. 7 hours. Remember, if I got off at 1 and I get home around, I get off at 4:30. If I get home around 5 a.m., usually, that's 7 hours. That's around 8 a.m. I'm going to get home 3 hours later than I usually do. At that point, I might as well just stayed and did the rest of the job, you know? Like, come on. Right? So, they couldn't, I don't know what was going on with that. So I'm not about to wait fucking 7 hours. I'm going to try to get an Uber. They would not take my credit card for some reason. Told my sister. She tried her credit card, didn't take hers as well. I left. They took $20 out of my card, and then they told me they didn't have a car ready for me. That was fun. I just got scammed, basically. Every other taxi service in my city didn't work. I had no way home. I was falling asleep tired, man. I called 2 of my friends going out the building. Zane and the other guy. I should ask the other guy's name. I never actually asked his name. I should ask his name. He's got a nice dude. He actually took me home that day. That was, what, Monday? Monday last week, yeah. Took me home. The guy was a nice guy. I should have asked his name. I never did, but I try to find Zane on Facebook, some shit, see if he knows the other guy's Facebook, some shit, and try to talk to this guy. Thank him again for taking me home and shit like that. But yeah. Tuesday. I called him. I was like, man, I can't come in. Car's covered in snow. Nobody get to work. Taxi drive almost 7 hours. If I'm 7 hours late, and apparently I'm negative in time off balance. If I'm gonna come in 7 hours late, that's gonna put me. Well, I'm not negative in time off balance. Let's say I had 0 time off balance. So if I have to come in 7 hours late, that's gonna put me 7 hours negative. So I don't understand what's the point with that, right? So I would have gotten fired for that. So I was like, I mean, it's either come in and get fired, come in 7 hours late and get fired. Because if I've worked 10 hours and I come in 7 hours late, I'm only going to work 3 hours. It's either come in 7 hours late and get fired, come in, or just don't come in at all. I had no way to get in. I had no way to get there. Just come in 7 hours late, get fired. Don't come in at all, get fired. Basically, I was in a lose-lose situation. I was fucked. I had no way to get there, right? But that day they ended up letting everybody off. Like I said, on Monday, I actually let everybody get off early. So I was sitting there for like 2 hours, and everybody else ended up getting off an hour early, some shit. So I left at 1. Around 2, I finally, what the? It was a YouTube. Yeah, I had to cut it off because it started playing music in my earbuds for some reason. Yeah, it seemed to be playing audio in one ear. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm gonna try to get that fixed. Try to use like a little app to get it to play it audio in both ears. I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah. Let's say it was either come in 7 hours late and get fired. If I'm 0 time off balance, so that's gonna be 7 hours basically time off. 7 hours off. Come in 7 hours late, get fired. Don't come in at all, get fired. Have basically no way, you know. So that day, like I said, I was there for 2 hours. I got off at 1. I was sitting there for 2 hours. Finally saw my friends leave around 3, and my friend ended up taking me home. I should ask his name. Never asked his name. Like I said, I'm gonna try to find him on Facebook and shit. Try to find Zane to see if he knows the other guy. Try to find him. Try to find their their names and shit. I actually didn't get to say goodbye to these guys. I just left, and I was like, well, I'm out. I just left. Didn't even go back up to say bye to these guys. I just left. I was like, I don't care. I'm out. Yeah, man. So that day. Oh, I said that, but you don't know. I didn't say what led up to that point where I'm like, oh, I didn't say goodbye to these guys, but that day, I guess left early, and then on Tuesday I was like, I can't come in. Cars coming in snow and all that, blah blah blah. But they end up letting everybody off that day. Wednesday comes about, I had called them yesterday. I was like, I can't come in tomorrow. Can't come in today, come in tomorrow. And not knowing that they weren't going to let us come in Tuesday anyways. So on Wednesday, they were like, they sent a message out to everyone that, oh, the weather got better. Like, no, it didn't. The weather literally didn't change. The car is still covered in snow. Taxi still took almost 7 hours. I can't come in. I don't know what, you don't understand. My ankle's fucked. Body hurts, sick. The car's covered in snow. Taxi drives almost 7 hours. If I'm 0 time off balance, if I come in 7 hours late, I'm fired. There's nothing I can do. I'm fucked. I can't come in. The lady was like, oh, I'm going to get that fixed. Because if I took off 2 days, and they say you get 48 hours off, if I took off 2 days, that's 20 hours. So I have 20 hours left, 28 hours left. And the lady was like, I'm going to get that fixed. I'm going to talk to your manager to get that fixed. She did not. She did not get that fixed. So Sunday comes about the next week. I'm going to go to work. And supervisor is like, oh, you need to talk to HR wants to talk to you. Usually I saw a video and the guy was like, if HR wants to talk to you, you're fucked. HR wants to talk to me. I went down to HR. I tried to go down to HR. I went down to HR, asked the lady. I don't know did I say this in the other video? That my ankle got hurt? Yeah, my ankle got hurt. So she gave me ibuprofen, BioFreeze, ice pack, and all that shit. And I went down to the first floor to try to find HR. And the lady I asked, was like, oh, do you know what HR is? It was the same lady who gave me the ice pack and shit. She asked me, was like, oh, so how long has your ankle been hurt? 4 weeks. How long have you been working here? 4 weeks. I've been working there 4 weeks at that point. 4 weeks. So that's kind of a coincidence. I was like, well, I mean, yeah, I heard it here, you fuck. And I thought I was like, this is this bitch again. She told me HR should be over here. And knowing damn well there's no one over there. There's no one over there. She's like, if they're not there, go to the main office. Try to find the main office. I'm asking everyone, like, they know where HR is. They like, go this way, go this way, go this way, go that way, go that way. Other guy was like, I'll go down to that wall, and then turn right. There's no one there. There's basically where he told me to go, basically right back to where I just came from, to the other. I was like, dude, what the fuck? So I'm not gonna go ask her again. She just told me to go to the main office. I'm gonna go ask her again. So I was like, well, I mean, I'm gonna just tell the guy that she said go to the main office this time. So she told me to go to the main office. I was like, oh, he's like, they're not there. She told me to go to the main office. I was like, oh, I'm gonna take it to the main office. Take me to the main office. And so I talked to this lady. She's like, well, you're negative in your time off balance. I was like, the lady said she's gonna get it fixed. If I'm what? She's like, there's nothing to fix. I was like, what do you mean there's nothing to fix? Like, if I took off 2 days, that's 20 hours, and I have 28 hours left. How the fuck am I negative? I don't understand. Even if I took off 3 days, I would still have 18 hours left. So I don't understand how I'm zero. I don't understand how I'm negative. I don't understand. So this fucking bitch didn't fix like she said she would. This bitch, fucking hate this bitch. She was like, so I was like, basically, so I'm fired. Correct. I was like, you fuck. I was the one to uppercut that bitch right in the fucking chin when she said, correct, you fucking bitch. So I was like, oh, fuck this job then. I'm out, man. I didn't go, like I said, this is the part I said, I didn't go to tell any of my friends goodbye, nothing. I just left. I was like, fuck it, dude, I'm out. I just left, man. That day, they had me test out 2 new scanners they added to the floor. They could have had anybody else on that floor to do it, anybody in the building do it, but they told me to do it. They had me do it. What's why? They say I'm one of the best workers on the floor, one of the best workers in the building. They had me do it. That a whole bunch of other people on the floor, they could have had them do it. Had me do it. If people that weren't doing anything, they had nothing to do. They had no work. They had them do it. They had me do it. They had me do it. Best workers on the floor. Told the supervisors, oh, you should go down. You should be fine. Come back up. I went down there, came back up. I got fired. And I still don't understand how the fuck I was negative, considering that I don't understand how am I negative if I have all this time left. The trainer the first day told us you have 48 hours. You know, you could take as much time off as you need. Don't let it go past 48 hours. If it goes past 48 hours, you're terminated. You're done. So I took off 2 days, 20 hours. Like I said, even if I took off 3 days, I might have taken off 3 days. But even if I did take off 3 days, I should have 18 hours left. Right? How the fuck am I negative? I don't understand. Like I said, it might have been, like this is what I said at the beginning of the video. It might be because of that one day where I came in late. That was an hour late, so that should give me 17 hours. And they said apparently I didn't clock in, so I had to clock in later at fucking 8 something. That should be 2 hours right there. The first hour late, and then that hour they said I didn't clock in for some reason, so that'd be 2 hours. 6, 7, 8. It's 2 hours there. Even then, that'll be at fucking what? If I'm 18, that'll be at 16 hours. So how the fuck am I negative? I don't understand how it's negative. I don't understand, dude. But anyway, I got fired because of some fucking bullshit. Because this fucking lady said she don't talk to my manager. She did not do that, and it got me fired. Great job, by the way. Amazing job. They don't care. They don't give a fuck about you. You could get hurt. You could be one of the best workers at that building. They don't give a fuck. You will get fired for nothing. Just doing nothing. There's literally the worst part about that job, because I was a storer. The worst part about stowing is once you scan something that says unknown item, because the person on the first floor didn't put a fucking barcode on that shit. So you scan the shit. They didn't put a barcode. Now it's saying unknown. So you gotta pick the container up, take it over off the fucking problem solve area. The problem solvers. That's one thing. You do all your fucking containers. You got nothing. You got all these containers in the problem solve area, but the problem solvers ain't fixing it because they just don't do nothing. They just stand there looking retarded. They don't do their work. They're supposed to fix the fucking containers. They don't do that. They just stand there. They just stand there looking at you. Just standing there. All these containers are supposed to fix, but they don't fix them. So you have no work to do. Nothing. So you're standing there. You could get in trouble for that shit. Just standing there on your phone because you have nothing to do. Because these problem solvers won't do their fucking job. Just standing there. But they're getting paid the same amount as we are. Even though we're busting around. They ain't doing shit. And they're getting paid the same amount we are. They're just walking around, standing there, looking stupid. Having full-on conversations for 2 hours. Managers jumping in, having the same conversation with them, not telling them shit. While we're getting in trouble for fucking taking a minute off to go to the bathroom. We're getting in trouble for that shit. They're not getting in trouble for standing there for 2 hours straight. Talking. It's retarded. It's retarded. They get paid for that shit. And we get paid the same amount they do, even though they're not doing nothing. There's other people that make sure you have your mask on. They don't even check. Most of the time, they don't even check you have your mask on. They just walk around. There's this one lady who not one time checked me if I had my mask on. Not one time. She was just walking. Jamming her with her fucking headphones off, walking. Just walking around doing absolutely fucking nothing. Not checking if you have your fucking mask on or nothing. She's just walking around. And she gets paid for the same amount that we do. And you see what kind of job this is, dude? It's a shit show. We're getting paid $15 an hour. 15, not 50. It kind of like I said 50, but $15 an hour. And these motherfuckers are getting paid the same amount for doing nothing. Maybe even more for doing nothing. Come on, man. It's such a shit job, dude. They don't care. And the one thing that pissed me off the most is someone had COVID. Someone got COVID in our building on my floor, but they didn't tell me until a month later. If they got it in January, why the fuck you tell me in February fucking 20-something? It's like towards the end of it's about to be the end of February. So why the fuck you telling me a month later? A month and 2 weeks later. I don't want what? Don't tell me this shit like a month later. I don't understand, dude. If they got it last month, why you telling me this month? It's retarded, man. I might even have COVID now because I have some COVID symptoms. So I'm gonna have to go to the hospital, get that shit checked out, my ankle and all that fucking shit. But moral of the story is don't work at Amazon. If you think about applying, don't do it. It's shit. It's a shit job. It's a shit show. It's shitty. They will fucking scam your ass. Talking about you have 48 hours off. 48 hours time off. And I take 2 days off. 28 hours left. Somehow I'm negative. Somehow I have no more time. It's fucking garbage. Don't work at Amazon. It's a shit job. It's been James again. I'm out. Peace.